So over the last couple of months, I've spent hours of research looking into DAOs, decentralized autonomous organizations. And while some of these have not done too great and really caused ripples across the entire crypto market, some of them have done really, really well and yielded significant returns for investors. So I came across one project the other day when I was looking into FantOHM Network. And if you're not familiar, FantOHM Network is the number 32 crypto in terms of market cap. It is one of the largest ecosystems in the entire market. And there's a new DAO that recently launched on the platform. Very successful one. It already has $22 million market cap, has, thousands of investors. And the project is called FantOHM DAO. Makes sense, built on the FantOHM Network. And this DAO is a decentralized reserve and revenue protocol with the sole mission of overcoming ever-increasing inflation, which we saw recently has become a big issue, and the limitations of traditional finance while generating a continuous stream of income and revenue for its investors. One of the big announcements that came out with this project as of recently was their stablecoin, which is FHUD. This is a revolutionary stablecoin, which we'll go over in a minute, but this project in particular has really gained a lot of traction. And being on the FantOHM Network, which I've been doing a lot of research in as of recently, I wanted to share it with you guys. So let me know in the comments down below what you think of FantOHM Network, what you think of this DAO in particular, and what you think of your other favorite DAOs in general if you're already invested in this one. So anyways, this DAO already has a just over $24 million market cap. You can see its price is currently around $41 per coin, and you can see that there's $22 million in staking TVL. So this project has really grown very rapidly. And a couple of things I want to go over. So one of the first reserve currency protocols on the FantOHM Network was FantOHM DAO. It was launched at the same time as Exodia, Heck, Spa, and a couple of others. But the key thing about FantOHM DAO in particular is that it's concentrated on building solid foundations before it started its marketing, before many people got involved. And this is where I think they really were able to get a competitive advantage. They were able to have a stable, finely tuned platform that was able to really benefit its investors before just rushing out a product to the market. And also, what they did is they also were the first to recover were also the first to recover from the most recent news and all the drama with DAOs, like we previously mentioned, from Wonderland time. And really, they've shown a lot of stability after all of that drama with other projects that really have suffered. A lot of DAOs have really suffered as a result of all of that news and negative press from DAOs. Also, with FantOHM DAO, one thing in particular is that it's one of the first truly multi-chain reserve currencies. And this is important because first, it was the first protocol on Moonriver, beating Rome DAO to launch, and not many people knew this. And they also are on FantOHM Network, so they already have on both networks. It's a truly united platform, in my opinion, with an actual cross-chain native token, FHM, that you could buy. And they have a lot of plans to expand onto other chains throughout 2022. If you just look at their roadmap, they have a lot of relationships with a number of developers, and we'll see what happens there. Moving on, let's talk a little bit about their curated bonds. So one thing in particular with FantOHM DAO is curated bonds. Right now, they have granular control over the BCV that was in place from day one, and this is important because no other protocol has had this level of control over bonds, which has resulted in FHM, which is their token, being far less diluted than other treasury reserve assets. If you look at all the projects, this one is much more stable, a lot more money in the reserve. And also, MIM has been removed from both bonding and treasury in light of recent market conditions. So they have really taken a lot of steps to benefit investors, benefit their holders, benefit people who believe in the project. Last couple things I want to talk about before we get into this big announcement that recently came out with their stablecoin FHUD 1.5. I want to go over about their community. So right now they have a very active, engaged community. I talked about how they have really been able to sustain all of this negative news in the market with DAOs, and right now they have a fair number of strategy, marketing, and development roles that have already been sourced. You can look at the team, even though some people are still anonymous, some of them are going to be KYC at some point in time, but really they have a strategy that has been implemented through the DAO, and this has already been greenlit by the community. So this is very, very important. Last couple things before, two more things I want to go over before we get into FHUD 1.5. This big announcement with their stablecoin, which I think is a huge deal, is going to be how they recently launched a proprietary proof of burn. Well, not recently. This has been something that's been going on, but they launched a proprietary proof of burn stablecoin to enable treasury growth. This is what I wanted to talk about. Their newest one, 1.5, FHUD 1.5. And through the use of finite fractional reserve banking, FantOHM DAO has allowed the FHM treasury to grow more quickly while exposing the community to manageable level of risk. This is very important. FHUD, in my opinion, will soon is one of the top DAOs out there. If you look at TVL, if you look at the community, one of the top ones out there, and FHUD will soon become tradable and will eventually launch developments that are going to benefit investor security. Internally, FHUD will enable innovative innovative treasury movements at a faster pace. And there's a lot of other benefits and things going on behind the scenes that they've been working on that you could see all the details on their roadmap moving forward. So currently they have, a very diverse team. They're available 24-hour a day. You could see all of their contents always coming out. And the big thing that just came out that caught my attention was this Twitter announcement. They were on Twitter Spaces talking about this actually, and I was listening in on it. And recently they had this FHUD 1.5 officially go live. You could see it on the website, some big announcements with this. And key things here is that obviously DeFi needs FHUD because of proof of burn, decreasing friction, and a couple of other things. But FantOHM is proving itself as a premier DAO asset on FantOHM Opera, this FantOHM network, which is the number 32 cryptocurrency in terms of market cap, through its most recent release of this FHUD 1.5. FHUD's inaugural public opportunities include two bonds in particular, which serve to use DAI or FHM, two fully decentralized assets, to regulate the peg of FHUD. And this is some of the details behind the scenes of how FHUD actually functions. We don't need to get too much into the details of how it functions when it falls below $1 or goes above $1. They have all these mechanisms in place that really make sure it's always pegged to that $1 per coin, which is what you need to see in any stable coin. But this is going to be very exciting moving forward. If you want to see any of the details about FHUD, their newest innovative stable coin that was just launched within the last, just recently. Me filming this is as soon as they launched this. So if you want to see more details about that, I'll link everything down below, so you can definitely check that out. But when you look at everything, their application is very simple, very easy to use. You can look at all of the different aspects of their protocol. You can see staking, wrapping, investments, FHUD bond, all the benefits you can check out on their website. But I wanted to share this project with you because DAOs have yielded significant returns for investors at the end of 2021, and I think 2022 is going to be the year where we see these take off even more. So make sure to check out FantOHM DAO, check out the Twitter, check out the Discord. I came across the project also by looking at that Twitter Spaces event, which you'll probably see if you go look on their Twitter. They had the team talking about FHUD 1.5, the most up-to-date stablecoin that recently launched. So check that out. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. See ya.